maybe, but it needs to be somewhere safe.
What sort of damage are we doing? I have no idea what I'm looking for.
No. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. You join me again at the site of a rescue from the Fleming Range Rover. She's done it again. So we were just driving along near, it's on quite a busy road. We were doing sort of 60 miles an hour and we were driving along and we heard a very loud clunking noise underneath the car. So we started to slow down a little bit, thinking we don't want to be going too fast. Pulled into a side road. It really sounded like to me maybe the exhaust underneath was scraping on the floor, if you can imagine that kind of clunk against the concrete road. Pulled over, looked completely fine underneath, nothing hanging low or anything. So then we tried to put it into reverse and we went backwards a little bit, and the car sort of stopped after about maybe a foot of driving backwards. It just stopped. So to us it feels like a brake caliper-y issue, would you say? Something seized, and I was absolutely desperate for the toilet. Guess where I went to the toilet? News agents know? Fish and chip shop, no. A funeral director's. Really nice lady in there. Anyway, we've called the AA, we've got our parts and garage cover. Coming in very handy, it seems, using it twice in about a month. We were due to see my grandparents for lunch, and I've just had to cancel on them, obviously, because we cannot drive the car. It now does not move. The only way to leave this quiet road is to go on main busy road, so we can't even like coast along slowly. We have to sort of go at the correct speed, I assume. So yeah, we're basically stranded for a second. The AA about half an hour away, but you never know with the AA, they often like the time keeps eking up. We've got supplies. I've just been to Morrison's and I've got some bagel thins and some raw eggs if we get really hungry. And we have got our baby with us as well, so not the best breakdown really, but my bladder's now empty, so that feels a lot better. It felt like the further we went, the louder the clunking got. Yeah. It just feels like it's saying stop driving me.
I don't even know if it is the brakes, because the clunking felt more like...
The clunking's quite central underneath you, isn't it? But sort of very central. We don't know what it is. It's not safe to drive realistically, is it? So we've done the right thing pulling over. Could have tried, if we didn't have a baby with us, I feel like I might have been like, let's just try and get to the garden centre. Let's try and make our lunch and then call the AA from there. But I just think safety is like now the priority with him in the car. I'm sure nothing crazy would have happened, but I just wanted to be safe. So yeah, we pulled over. I'm now stood waiting for the AA. Oh, we don't have any water with us. We've got baby milk. So yeah, welcome back to another Lucy on Cars. Again, another dramatic video from me. Okay, so just to give you a quick look, I'm going to stand underneath and I'll try and hear the clunking. God, it sounds so much worse from the outside. I feel like we're doing more damage in going over again, but the clunking's not changing, so I feel like it's just something loose, it's something seized.
Did you?
Very loud.
But right side, left side?
Very central.
Really? It must
for
be
me,
that
for my
right
ears,
side.
I don't know.
It's had a rattling...
When we first took it to Gumtree, they told us about that, didn't they?
Yeah.
And they told us to do something with it.
Well, they said it wasn't too much of an issue.
They said it wasn't an issue, but obviously we've driven a lot more miles.
For another 1,000 miles. And it was really rainy, puddly day yesterday. We're driving through so many puddles.
Yeah.
Probably just finished off the brakes.
Finished off the job. Okay. Yeah, that was very loud. I'm glad I got that on camera. I feel like if it's something that the more you drive, the worse it gets, people are going to be cringing right now, thinking, what are you doing? But I did it for you guys to show you it. So if it is worse, it's your fault. So for now, we're just going to hang tight here.
What would happen if that happened at speed?
It'll lock up. Yeah. But the bad bit is that it will lock up the transmission. So if you imagine the other store, so it can, yeah. But the thing is,
sides would lock up basically.
No, just this side.
Oh, just this side.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Thank you.
Bloody hell. Two parts there. Yeah. Okay, so it turns out it's quite a lot worse than we thought, and had we carried on at that speed, it would have completely just locked on one side, and it could have been very dangerous. So
it's just totally...
It's completely just in pieces. Them noises were it breaking, it's mad.
That's all in pieces. Wow. Yeah, lucky we stopped when we did.
Okay, it's now around 1 week later, and if you're wondering why I sound and look horrendous and like I've been dragged through a hedge backwards, I've got a bit of a cold that I've caught from my son. He got it from his swimming lessons or something. There was loads of ill children. I think that's what being a parent's like. You just end up catching illnesses from your child, but it's all good. I just wanted to jump in here quickly to end this video and give you a bit of an update on what happened with our breakdown. Bit of a nightmare day, but it's now all sorted. I'm back in the Range Rover, as you can see, driving beautifully once again. Basically, very long story short, so the official diagnosis was handbrake mechanism failure. So what happened was, as we were driving along, the actual sort of the brake shoe housing sort of around the edge sort of disintegrated, and all the little parts were just rattling around inside each other, and that's what kind of all the clunky noise was, and eventually made the car stop. There were no warning lights or anything that came up. It was purely just the sound we were hearing. We pulled over, couldn't go forwards, couldn't go backwards, called the AA out. They took the wheel off and they removed the individual parts but left the rest of the shoe, rest of the housing there. He followed us over to a garage, put the wheel back on. He followed us over to a garage, and we went to Motor Sense with our friend Mina, who's done some work on this car before, and he was like, yeah, that's fine, leave it here. Literally gave us a call the next day saying it's all sorted. Ended up doing both sides because we thought if one side's gone, it was quite dangerous. It'd be a lot safer to get both sorted. So now 2 brand new housings on there, so that's really good. And it was only 1 day out, so it was way better than we thought. Cost-wise, it was about £410 for parts and labour. A fiddly job, I think. But again, we've got the AA parts and garage cover, and because this was not a wear and tear issue, it was purely mechanical, got it covered, so it cost us £35 again. I think they only covered one side, so I think it might have cost us more like £80 or something because of part being in a set of 2, but just the extra labour for the other side. So actually it's worked out really well, although it's not ideal. Then when you've got a car YouTube channel, if something goes wrong with your car, as irritating as it is, it's like, oh well, I'll just film a video about it then. So it's like this weird, I don't know, weird in between thing. But anyway, I hope you, turn that off. I hope you enjoyed this video. Another chaotic one, because you never know what's going to happen with these cars every time you get in them. God, I do look awful. I'm really sorry. I'm going to get off your screen in a second. I sound bad as well, but I don't feel too bad. I've had some notifications that the parts I've ordered are coming soon. I've also lined up a wheel refurb for all 4 wheels, and we're going to get the tyres done at the same time, and that's all getting lined up. Haven't ordered the tyres yet, so if anyone knows of any deals out there right now with tyres, or I think we're getting the Pirelli Scorpions, I think we've decided on that pretty much. If anyone's got them and says, actually don't, tell me now. Now's the time to say. But yeah, they seem to sort of tick a lot of boxes. They look great, they're good off-road, they're quite chunky, so I think it'll overall give the outside of the car a bit more of like a off-roady feel. Then we'll have lots of new wheels on there. I've been loving all the comments about the side steps. Still, I'm still half and half, you know. Part of me thinks just get rid, but then our friend Alex made a point the other day. She said they are going to give a bit of protection if we do a little bit of off-roading. Having the seals there, having the steps there is another layer of protection underneath the bottom of the car. I don't know, obviously it would be easier just to get rid of them instead of having to buy a new one and attach it on. But then again, we're trying to like keep the car as original as we can, so we don't want to like completely change it, and I don't want it to look too like modified. I don't particularly like it when cars look like highly modified. I mean, it suits some cars, but I just think this car is great as it is. I don't want to change it too much. I don't know, it's tricky. So yes, the jury's still out on that one. I will be having to make a decision at some point soon. I'm going to head off now. I'm actually late for somewhere, so I need to go. But if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you very soon when I hopefully sound less bunged up in another Lucy on Cars. Thanks for watching.